We are all sinners. What is sin? Can you tell me what's sin? Can you define sin? Can you define sin without any reference to mass religions? Can you define sin without hell? Since you are born, they put the idea of sin in your head. Since you are born, they put the concept of going to hell, concept of morality, concept of being good, virtue. God-loving person, God-accepted person. Have you ever thought where all your sins are coming from? All those mistakes that you did in your life and you hold yourself accountable for it for the rest of your life. You don't really let it go. You don't give yourself a chance to be human being. You hold on to dead ideas. You hold on to dead beliefs, dead people. Why do we do this to ourselves? Why we continuously blame ourselves for something we consider bad, for something that we consider as a sin, for all our addictions. We blame ourselves for all of our addictions. We are all pretty much addicted to something, if not many things. Today we promise ourselves we don't do this anymore because this is bad. This is perhaps sin. But you can't quit. You do it anyway the next day. You promise yourself you don't lie. You lie the next minute. You promise yourself you will not have another bite of pastry. You promise yourself you will not have another salty dish. But then you fail the next day, and you fail the next day, and you fail the next day. You never really accept what's there. You're always dissatisfied with yourself, always finding some petty things to feel sorry for yourself. You never really give yourself a chance to be who you are. You always have some ideal in your head and you want to be that. You want to achieve that. All based on your belief systems, all based on whatever nonsense you created in your head. You use your mind to judge yourself. You never really use your heart to judge yourself. You never really give yourself some kindness. When you use your mind to judge yourself, everything goes wrong. When you use your heart to judge yourself, everything goes right. Most of your mind is the result of conditioning, if not all of it. And if you dig deep in the conditioning of human beings in this era, you will realize that everyone is sick. Because that's how the conditioning will lead you toward profit. And a profitable man is a sick man. The conditioning will always maintain your situation. It never cures you. It never fixes you for all. It always fixes you for a fraction. Because that's lucrative. If you get cured, if you get healed, well, you won't come back again. You won't need any conditioning anymore. This reminds me of an anecdote, or perhaps a Sufi story. There was this doctor that becomes retired and pass on his trade to his son. The next day his son goes to his father and tells him, "Father, there is this lady that came to me. You've been treating her for the past 20 years, but I cured him in one day. How is this even possible? How did you not figure figure her illness after 20 years?" His father becomes bitter and tells him, "You idiot. That lady was paying for your tuition and she was going to pay for your brothers too. This is the state of the world, the sick world. The sick mind with the sick media. And you cling on to it. You hold on to it for life, as if it's the only reality, as if it's the only possibility for you to make it in this life. You need to come out of it. You need to come out of this conditioning. How? It's easy. It starts with accepting yourself, with all your flaws, with all your problems, with all your nonsense, whatever it is. Even the worst of you should not make you flinch. Even the worst of you should not stop you from accepting yourself. Once and for all, you sit with yourself and tell yourself, I love myself. I love myself with all I have. There's nothing wrong. There is nothing to be fixed. The more you do this process, the more the conditionings the societal conditionings becomes apparent to you. This accepting is a tricky business. You should be very clear with yourself that no matter what, I'm gonna try to love myself. No matter what, I'm gonna try to give myself love. Because these affirmations will help you whenever you feel bad about yourself, whenever you catch yourself in that post-nut clarity. And don't get me wrong, when I say post-nut clarity, I don't mean that exact moment after any man's ejaculation. I mean that moment after any human beings when they get their substance and the dopamine is released and all the good chemicals are released. That's the moment that you hit that post-nut clarity. I use this term because I particularly enjoy it. At least in any man's head, this term is very clear. And if you understand that after anything you do that you don't like about yourself, there is a moment that awareness is there. There is a moment that you can see things clearly. And if you use that moment to give yourself love, to give yourself acceptance, then by and by, acceptance enters to your life. You want to quit cigarette? It's okay. You can't stop smoking? It's okay. Just smoke with joy, with bliss, with grace, with meditation. Enjoy every cigarette that you take. If you do this, if you do it with acceptance, by and by you will drop quitting. You will drop smoking. You will quit smoking easily. That's the simple trick. If you promise yourself that you will not have any more pastries and you fail the next day, it's okay. Let the fail be there. Accept it. Give yourself love. When this clarity comes to you after you finish a big piece of cheesecake, don't feel bad for it. Don't feel sinful for it.